Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
How is today?
Good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that all of you could contribute today. Well, I am Vipayani. On this great occasion, I would like to explain about pragmatics. Before that, let's get to know about the content that I will share with you. First one is about definition, aspects of pragmatics, then exercise, and summary. I have read from several sources about what pragmatics is. According to University of Sheffield, pragmatics is the study of the practical aspects of human action and thought. Referring to Cambridge Dictionary, pragmatics is the study of how language is affected by the situation in which it is used, of how language is used to get things or perform things, or perform action, and of how words can express things that are different from what they appear to be. And retrieved from Oxford English Dictionary, pragmatics is the study of the way in which language is used to express what somebody really means, in particular situation, especially when the actual word used may appear to mean something different. From this definition, we can conclude that pragmatics is a study of contextual meaning and speaker meaning. Next, let's get to know about aspects of pragmatics. The first one is basis, indicator, presupposition, and speech act. Basis refers to words and phrases that show time, place, or situation when someone is talking. Or in the other word, we can say that basis is process of pointing via language. It refers to words or phrases such as me, here, and etc. which are difficult to understand without additional information. There are three categories of bases. The first one is person bases, which refer to person, such as refer to people such as me, you, her, etc. Then the second is spatial bases that refer to location, such as here, there, and etc. Then temporal bases that refer to time, such as before, after, and etc. And last but not least is discourse basis that refers to the use of expression that signal a relationship between an utterance and the appear of subsequent discourse. For example, this, that, and etc. There is an example of basis. Look at the conversation above. Person A say, "Have you seen this?" And person B answered, "You asked me that before." And person A answered, "But I wasn't here then." From that conversation, we can see the basis you is person basis, and this is discourse basis. You get this person basis, B person basis, then discourse basis, and before is the time, then is the temporal basis. I is person basis, here is spatial basis, and that is temporal basis. Can you get my point? Yes. Okay, next is indicator. Indicator means that more information is communicated than being said. There are two types of indicator. The first one is conversational indicator and conventional indicator. Conversational indicator is also known as indication. It happens when the speaker says something that requires interpretation. It is an indirect way of saying something. It relies upon the overlapping principle. And the conventional indicator is directly attached to the literal meaning of the word. It does not rely on the overlapping principle. For example, conversational indicator is, look at the conversation above. The boy said, "Do you want to go on a date with me?" And the girl answered, "I am tired." In this case, we can see we can understand that the girl doesn't want to go out with the boy. In this case, message that speaker convey that are over the above and beyond the literal meaning of the word that they speak. In this case, the girl didn't say no, but she indirectly reject the boy's invitation. The other example of conversational indicator, the waiter said, "Do you want to order steak?" And the boy answered, "I am vegetarian." From this conversation, we can know that the boy refused the waiter offer to order a steak because he is vegetarian. But in this case, the boy didn't say no, but he indirectly reject the waiter's offer. The next example is called conventional indicator. Joe is poor, but he is happy. There is a contradiction between A and B. Joe is poor and Joe is happy. It's conventional indicator. Next is presupposition. A presupposition is when the speaker assumes something as a case before making an utterance. For example, she was slept on the couch before, and the presupposition is she is sleeping on the couch again. We can use word again because we know that she was slept on the couch before. And Jane wants non-fiction. The presupposition is Jane no longer writes fiction. We can know Jane no longer writes fiction because Jane wants non-fiction. Next is speech X. A speech X is when the sentences conveys an action rather than saying something. According to G.R. Austin's speech theory, there are three types of speech X. There is the locutionary X, it's about actual X of the three. Then illocutionary X, the social function of what is said. For example, informing, ordering, warning, and undertaking. And perlocutionary X is about resulting X of what is said. For example, convincing, persuading, and teaching. For the example, let's watch this video.
A speech act is when somebody makes a statement. A speech act is when somebody makes a statement, asks a question, makes a criticism, or expresses anything at all. They're not only presenting information, but performing some sort of action as well. These speech acts can be broken down into further smaller categories. The first being a propositional act. That means someone is proposing something with their statement or question, that they're suggesting how something is. Pretty simple, right? For example, there's salt on the table. This is my proposition, which states that I think there's salt on the table. Another speech act is that of locution, illocution, and prelocution. The locution is simply what is said and what is meant. For example, is there any salt on the table? Then comes an illocution, which is what is done, the request. The illocutionary act is a social one in which you attempt to persuade your listeners. This is mainly used when we want to find something out or get something, like, please pass me the salt. And lastly, we have the prelocution, which is what is done. We use this to find out what we want to know or to acquire what we want. This is the actual effect. And in the case of our example, what causes us to get the salt passed to us. That's all for today, folks. Next time, we will learn about how these speech acts can be applied to questions and surveys.
That's all. So far, did you get my point, everyone?
Yes.
Let's get some exercise. This can be scored to take the tutorial. What are we doing? Okay, let's go. Alright, congratulations to Reina for the first winner and now for the second winner and Brahmana for the third winner. Please give applause. Alright everyone, I'm going to give a summary for my presentation. Well, Pragmatics is a branch of linguistics that studies about contextual meaning, and there are four aspects of pragmatics. There are basis, indicator, presupposition, and speech text. Thank you for your participation. That's all about my presentation. Thank you so much.